Hey everybody! I'm sorry it took me a little while. For those of you who are in our club, I was just on the private Facebook group just for club members, and I just did a go live video, and I was like, and I'm going right to YouTube. And then I had a situation with my daughter, which I'll tell you more about, that caused me to have to take care of that just a little bit. Hey Linda, I'm sorry that I was a little bit delayed on doing the YouTube video. But Bridget is having issues, and I think I should tell y'all about it in case it should ever be something to help you. So, a little bit over a year ago, I thought that pink Himalayan salt was pretty nifty. And so, hey, and so I took out my normal salt that I bought, and I started buying that pink Himalayan salt. Well, guess what? Pink Himalayan salt is not iodized. And women with thyroid issues needs that iodine. And so that is the start of me having all this thyroid issues that I had, which I'm slimming down. I'm still sort of chubby, but I'm slimming down. I feel like I've lost half of me, but I know it's really not that much. But anyway, and so I started having uncontrollable cycles that did not stop. And finally, I went for like 3 or 4 months, nonstop, just, variances. And I kept thinking, well, I've been so busy with all this lawyer, doing all that stuff with Steve in his house, legal stuff, his son, all that kind of stuff. I just thought that I'd stressed myself out. And I'd also quit using my bar number 3 because I kept forgetting to bring a bar home. And also I kept worrying about Jacob accidentally using it. And I wasn't using, so I tried all the natural stuff I normally try, and nothing was working. And what we found out is that all my symptoms were thyroid related. So it was just my thyroid all along. But it all started from the day that I quit using iodine, because I've always had mild issues that I didn't realize I did. But that supplement of the salt with iron that I was using at home was doing that trick to make me better, and I didn't know it. So I immediately went back on the iodized salt once I realized that iodine is very important for thyroid health. Exactly how all that works, I don't know. Anyway, and so Bridget suddenly started bleeding, and she couldn't get stopped, and she had 3 episodes in which she had extremely long cycles, and then finally it just wouldn't stop, and she'd come and talk to me about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if you're having thyroid problems like I was. And before we could actually get her to the doctor, she also started having sleep paralysis. Cheryl, I think that was my son-in-law. Cheryl? I don't know who that was that went out the door. I think it was Michael. Yeah, the $15 is gone. Okay, so anyway, but I don't know where Cheryl is. Cheryl? Maybe she went outside with him. Okay, so anyway, so whenever I was, so I said, what else is happening? And we got to the point, it was like, oh my gosh, this is your thyroid, I feel like. Well, then we got to the same situation, and then she started having even more symptoms before she could get the medicine. You got to go get tested and all that stuff. And she started having sleep paralysis. Ugh. Where she couldn't wake up at a normal time. She would just sleep constantly, and it was like be in the afternoon, and she still hadn't woke up on a day that she had to wake up, and her husband was trying to get her up, and he's like, we can't get her up. And so all of a sudden he called me today, because as soon as she got the thyroid medicine, the bleeding stopped, and the sleeping issues stopped, and a couple of other problems that she had stopped. Like for me, my rosacea has almost completely went non-existent. So anyway, and other things have sorted out. And so I had to call her doctor and explain that her medication, I didn't know it, her medication was stolen by somebody that came into her home, and she's got a lot of friends that come in and out, and they had a birthday party, and ta-da. Her medicine was gone. And so they agreed that we could pay for another bottle because her insurance won't do it. So that was me giving money, and he's off to go get pills. But she's literally at the house right now, and he's like trying to gently wake her up, and she's like, at 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, now it's probably 3:30 in the afternoon. And this is all caused by thyroid. So if you're having issues, you've got to go have your thyroid checked. But this is what is so crazy. So I invite Bridget to Gadsden to see the new house, and I take her out to eat, me and Steve, and then we go by Aldi's, I think it is. We've never had an Aldi's where we live, and all of a sudden I've got an Aldi's, and I'm like, come on, you got to go see the Aldi's. So we're in the Aldi's, and she goes, oh, they've got that yummy salt I love. And she picks up a bottle of pink Himalayan salt in one of those little crushers, and I went, wait a minute, when did you quit eating iodized salt? She says, oh, about a year ago. We've got to be careful, us ladies, about going on to these salts that doesn't have iodine because of our thyroid. And I also found out that one of the problems, the reasons that we have thyroid, is when we're doing dental x-rays and mammograms, they're supposed to put it's in the drawer. It's in the drawer. They're supposed to put a thyroid guard on your thyroid because your thyroid messes up with radiation. So that's my hint for the day, and I will keep you posted on Miss Bridget. But I feel sure that once she gets her medicine, she'll be okay, because that's what happened last time. Did you talk to him and he's off to go get it? All right. And so it's a little scary around here. Now, we know that he went to go get her medicine, and he's going to go give her medicine. So that's what happened. But I just wanted to do this little thing with you guys out there, because a lot of my watchers are ladies and a lot of them are guys, and one way or the other this hurts either person. It's not a gender specific problem, thyroid. So if you're liking that cute Himalayan salt, you got to still do some iodine salt too, okay? We need our iodine. All right, so today Cheryl is making sugar scrub and face mask. And so ours had gotten damaged. So I'm giving you the heads up. If you need a good container, whenever I was in the other store, a lady hinted that this is what she used. And it has worked for us beautifully. This is a cement mixing pan from Lowe's. I think it was only $4 and something. Can you believe it? It was like $5 and something or $4 and something. This thing is awesome for mixing up. You could also use this for mixing up bath bomb mix if you're making a lot of them. Especially if you're making them by hand, because you could press them in the little molds right in here and things wouldn't escape out onto the counter. And then, they didn't have this last time I purchased. They've got a bigger size. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't it absolutely monstrous? This one is going to be so handy because we can really spread the mix out and really work it good to blend our fingers for the sugar scrub, because we make like 200, 300, 400 ounce batches of sugar scrub around here. And so this is going to be really do the deal. So I'm really excited about it. And then this one would be better for the face mask. Anyway. So I wanted to talk to you about those. Go to your local Lowe's. You can find them there. I think this one was $13 and something. And they work beautifully. I mean, they're just so awesome. Now, I have a question for you. Look at this. What is the difference in all? It may have solved my problem. I hope I have. I hope I have. I have to take 125 milligrams of thyroid medicine every day now. But when I was Bridget's age, they put me on 25 milligrams for years. And then it seemed like I sorted out, so they took me off. And then boom, now I've had to go back on it. But look at that. At Lowe's, yes, it's a cement mixing pan. It is over there. if you in our Lowe's, if you go all the way as far as you can walk to the right, over there where like the lumber is, it's on the last aisle that you go down. What's wrong? What's different? Nearly, it's nothing's wrong. But what's different between these soaps? They don't have a scent. They're all the same recipe. What happened? These are and these three were made on the same day. Everything was the same. Crock pots sitting side by side. What's different? I'm waiting. That's lunch. Temperature. Temperature is right. These are all goat's milk soap. But this soap, I was right there, Johnny on the spot. I also used a lighter honey. So when you go to the grocery store and you see the dark honey and the light honey, or if you go to your local beekeeper and you see the dark honey and the light honey, if you want your goat's milk soap to be really light like this, make sure that you buy that light honey, okay? And then when you make it, you wait till you're going to mold it, and when you're going to mold it, that's when you put this in, mix it up really, really good. Your crock pot's already been turned off, and you slam it in the mold, you're going to get a lighter color. When you're teaching somebody to make goat's milk soap, and you have 3 different crock pots, and you're having to take that time to teach and whatnot, this is what can happen, and this is darker honey. These all smell the same. They're all wonderful, but we used a dark honey. Dark honey. Now, this is at the end, so you don't have, this is not a difference when it comes to using cold lye or room temperature oils or putting your milk in at certain times or nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with that. You're just going through the normal cooking process just to come out of jail. As soon as you come out of jail, you throw your super fats in it, you unplug your crock pot. Once it cools down a little bit, and you put your oats, and then the last step, you put your honey in, you stir it up, and you slam it into a mold, because this is unscented. And this is what we've got in the difference, and that's strictly one. Dark honey was all that was accessible. And I actually like my soap to have that fun little difference right there. See that? That's from the honey. I think that this is chosen by customers more than this. This is very plain Jane and uninteresting. You have a customer. This does not attract as much attention, actually, as this one here. This is the most prevalent. Hey, I'll be right with you. This is the most popular color of my soap. On this one here, I usually, this one here is, in my opinion, my favorite color. I just like it and whatnot. But these, it was just strictly, I was teaching her, so I put the honey in this one, and I was having to take the time to talk. And then I put the honey in the next one, I was stirring it up, and then I put the honey in the last one, and then I came back to the other one, and we were putting it in the mold, and you teaching, it's slower. By the time we got back to this one then, the honey had been in there, and the heat causes it to darken. And so this one got darker, and then the last one was in there the longest, and you see how much darker it is? And this is perfectly normal, okay? But if you want to use dark honey, and you don't want this dark, make sure that you stay right with your crock pot, and as soon as your temperature is at least 180 or less, throw in your honey, stir it up really, really, really good, and slam it into a mold. If you're going to put honey in your oats and honey. I make oats and honey goat's milk soap, unscented, and it sells like crazy. So that right there is a wonderful thing. And so that was just some helpful hints. And then the next thing I want to do is I wanted to tell you about our free class. As you know, we have www.soapykisses.com, and that is where you can look at classes available. We've updated that, and if you're a club member and you pay for a class, you will get your percentage refund until I have a chance. I just got internet at my home, and I just got a recliner. I've only had a recliner, I think, for 4 days. I could actually sit in, pop up and put the little computer on my lap. And we just got Wi-Fi. I think it got logged in. I think Wednesday's when the guy came and installed it. It might have been Tuesday, but I think it was Wednesday. And so I've just got Wi-Fi to where I can do stuff like this. I've updated the page, and now I have updated, we've programmed when classes are going to be in the future, and we've set those up on dates. And as always, sometimes dates can alter, but these I think we're good on. We've got a schedule now. We're only doing classes on Thursday, so from now on, that's the way classes will be, is on Thursday. And for our club members, there's a once a month free class, plus you get anywhere from 10 to 20% discount on classes, and we're going to find other fun things to throw in as we go. And we're just so happy to have you as club members. Plus, you get on a priority page where I'll be doing special special Go Live videos from time to time on that page that will never get deleted. Never get deleted. I know as class members, once the class is over, we clean out the page and we delete all the videos, but every video that goes in there will not be deleted, and we'll be doing a free once a month class in there. And membership is only $4.99. And as a special thank you, because of the fact that I've been out of pocket and things got a little crazy, because we suddenly, if you watched the last video I did, you'll know why. Suddenly we had to move to Gadsden to protect our property, and we have been remodeling it ourselves because we don't have the money for somebody else to do it after all we've been through. So anyway, watch the last video. So we've been doing that, so as a special thank you for the fact that as for a special thank you because of all the disembobulation, I'm giving everybody that has ever been a class member the right to get in on the class page and experience this first free class to see if it might be something you'd be interested in, but mainly as a thank you for putting up with me not being as accessible for a while. That really means a lot to me, that I was not able to be there for you exactly when I should be on some things. And we've had a lag in class schedule because of that too. Hey, Tracy. I love to get to interact with y'all guys. So if you would like to join the club, you can go to www.soapykisses.com. Hillary has probably already put in a link to it that you might have to take spaces out of, because they won't let you put links in the comments like that. So anyway, so it's www.soapykisses.com. You do have to have a PayPal account to be a member, and they have this little thing here that says that you can do it with debit card, but in the end, if you don't have a PayPal account, you have to make one, because it's an auto draft from through PayPal every month, so you have to have a PayPal account. But it's worth it to be a soap groupie with us. All right, so that was my that was my daily check-in. Make sure you don't get off of that iodine, guys and girls. And I will keep you posted about Bridget, but I feel sure after she gets her medicine, she'll be fine. And we love you, and we hope that you join the club, and we hope that you, as a class member, will contact Hillary and get in on the class that's free tonight that will be happening at 6 p.m. Central Time. Bye, everybody. I love you.